Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, milangrielle, and today we're going to be talking about my acne history, my Accutane experience, the medications I'm on now, what I do to keep my acne at bay, and if any of that interests you, then keep on watching. Okay, so I do have my notes here, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. I want to start off by saying this video is probably gonna be all over the place. So yeah, but I'm praying I make it quick because we don't need to be here all day. So I first got acne probably, honestly, the first time I can remember was 2nd grade because I had just moved to a new school. I was a new kid and I always would get one pimple right on the tip of my nose, always. So from pretty early on, I was always on, I forget what the name of it is actually called, but it was just basically alcohol that you put on your face and stuff. I didn't notice, because I've always had acne, I never noticed kind of when it got too severe, because to me it was always bad. So I just remember kind of being really insecure about it in school and obviously never thinking I was pretty. I wore makeup at a really young age to try and cover it up, which really just made it worse because my skin looked absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. But yeah, so I remember getting acne from a really young age. I remember around 5th grade is when we tried pills, acne pills. And then literally ever since then, I've just always been doing something for my skin, always been treating it, messing with it at the dermatologist office all the time. So I want to start by saying the medications that I used to use prior to me going on Accutane. So I was on benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, clindamycin, tetracycline, monocycline, doxycycline. Those are the ones I can remember. I think the first 3, or at least the first 2, were definitely a cream or some type of topical. The last 3, the tetracycline, monocycline, and doxycycline, I know were pills for sure, because I remember being on tetracycline because it was my pill color was yellow and black, and then being on monocycline or whatever, that was red and white, and then the doxycycline was blue and white. So I just remember them switching me constantly, and I was just this isn't working. This was also prior to me being with the dermatologist that I am now, who's done wonders for my skin. So, and just none of that really worked. I always had, I wouldn't even call it hormonal acne, just because it's I've always had acne before puberty, before all that stuff. So it's just nothing would really work for me. And everyone's getting the teen acne and whatever the case may be, and all my friends were trying this and trying that and able to do this with their skin. It's I just have very sensitive skin and I was never able to do or try all these things. I did try Neutrogena, Proactive, Clean and Clear, what was that other one, Noxzema. Anything that they made for acne and advocated for teen acne, I tried. Neutrogena just burned, Proactive dried me out, Clean and Clear burned. What else was there? Noxzema burned so bad. So yeah, nothing just really ever worked, and we would go to dermatologist to dermatologist to dermatologist. I do remember too, I honestly kind of want to say it was my freshman year or my 8th grade year. I went to this one dermatologist who suggested Accutane. And my mom was no. Because she gave us the pamphlet and everything, read it over, mom was no, this is way too severe, you're too young, you don't even, your acne's not bad, that bad, we don't need to do that. So I was okay, whatever, kept trying stuff. And I just remember my acne was just terrible. I literally felt like crap all the time. I just felt so ugly. And it's not like acne does not make you ugly. Like, everyone gets acne, whether it's bad or not, whether they tell you or not, whether you notice it or not. Acne does not make you ugly. It's so normal. But I just felt, because all my friends had such clear skin, and I don't know, I just always wanted that, and that wasn't my life. I didn't get lucky. I didn't get to choose that. But I remember my senior year, we got with the dermatologist that I'm with now, or not my senior year. I don't know. But regardless, come senior year, the dermatologist I'm with now, she recommended Accutane, and then me obviously being 17, 18, I was like, and my mom also being like, okay, like, since this is the second doctor to recommend it, like, we'll try it. So senior year is when I wanted Accutane, and let me tell y'all, it changed my life completely. Like, changed my life. So the proper name, I guess you want to call it, or whatever it's called, like the drug name for Accutane is isotretinoin. Generic, maybe? Is that what it's called? I don't know. So I actually ended up having to take Accutane 3 times. I know what you're thinking. 3 times. 3. But yes, and I literally don't regret any of it. I would do it all again. I would take it another time if I really had to. The first time I was prescribed isotretinoin, I was on the brand Accutane. The second time I was on Myoricin. And then the third time I was on Absorica. And I took it my freshman year of college. Oh, no, sorry. My freshman year of high school. Oh my gosh. I took it my senior year of high school, freshman year of college, and then my junior year of college. I did full term each time, and I believe it's 6 months. The third time though, the second and third time, I did it for a little longer. So the second time I did it for like, say 7 months, and then the third time I did it for 8 months, I believe, just to really make sure, that it wasn't gonna come back again, my acne. Now, if you don't know what Accutane is like essentially probably like the last resort as to what my doctor described it to me as. It's last resort for acne, very harsh pill. It essentially like changes your DNA. What I wrote down was it slows down the production of natural substances that make acne, or that can produce acne. My experience on Accutane was so pleasant, and you hear sometimes of these like horror stories, and because it's a harsh drug, it's really scary to be doing that for the sacrifice of clear skin, but I had great experiences all 3 times. Some of the side effects you do get are dry skin, itching, rashes and nosebleeds, joint pains, depression, and mood changes. I only experienced dry skin and joint pain, severe dry skin. Like, it's like my skin, I would put like chapstick on a lotion and my skin would just like suck it all up. And then within like an hour, I have to like reapply everything, if not less than an hour. Like, I had to apply so much lotion, moisturizer, creams, all the time. I think the only reason I really had joint pain was because I was cheering at the time. So I feel like, it's a lot of wear and tear in your body already. So the Accutane didn't really help that. You do have to get blood work every month. Your blood work is essentially like your pregnancy test, because you cannot get pregnant on this pill. And the blood work also checks for your triglycerides, I believe. Triglycerides and potassium, maybe? Or just triglycerides? Just to make sure everything's like okay and it's not messing with your body too bad. Every month before you go to your dermatologist, you have to like go on iPledge, which is just the Accutane website, and fill out like this questionnaire every single month. And it's like the same questions, like, it's like a quiz basically to make sure that you're doing what you need to do in order to be on track to get clear skin and following the rules and regulations of the pill. That part was probably the only annoying part of doing Accutane, was the quiz, because it's the same. I mean, I understand why they do it, but at the same time it's just like, I get it. Don't get pregnant. Don't have sex. I get it. Another thing I was told when I was on Accutane was not to be in the sunlight, like direct sunlight, which isn't really an issue for me normally, but because I was doing cheer and it was like football season and everything, and, you know, you practice in the sun, and also I was doing lacrosse, so that was difficult for me at times. A lot of times during practice I would, you know, be wearing a baseball cap, and tons and tons of sunscreen. I remember buying, I think it was like the Neutrogena Sport sunscreen with like 90 SPF, like, by the time I thought I was doing something, but you know, because SPF over like 50 or whatever doesn't really work any more than that. So I just remember putting on tons of sunscreen, always making sure I had a hat. Even for lacrosse practice, I would try to wear a hat, just so, you know, because you don't want to do anything to set you back or mess up your skin for the future. Having acne and being on the road to clear skin, you don't want to jeopardize that. So can't be in the sun. And also, if you have a history of depression or like suicidal ideation, I'm not sure if I think they do obviously stop the treatments if that does occur, but I'm not sure if you already if you have those, if they just recommend you taking some type of antidepressant or anything. I'm not sure, but those are one of the side effects as well. But I never experienced that. I didn't have any issues as far as that goes. I will try to insert some pictures of me with my terrible skin prior, but it's funny because I was looking through my phone and I don't really have a lot of pictures of my skin before, because it's like I hated taking pictures. I never thought it was cute. Like, it was just, like I said, all my friends had clear skin, so when I'm next to them and my skin's so rough and bumpy and red and irritated, it's not cute. That is not cute. So if I could find some picture that will insert them, and be inserting them throughout this video. But when I first started the Accutane, they always tell you every time, it gets worse before it gets better. It gets worse before it gets better. And I'm like, it don't need to get no worse. I can't get no worse. Like, my skin cannot get any worse than this. But it's true, it'll get worse before it gets better. And I thought I was going to just pass out. When I saw that my skin had gotten worse than it already was, I was like, it's broken. This is not, something's wrong with, it's just wrong. But then honestly, probably after the first month, I noticed an immediate change in my skin. My skin was way less irritated. Like, the bumps almost were going down, literally immediately. Like, it was amazing. And like I said, around like the middle mark, I feel like the fourth or fifth month, I did notice my skin kind of was stagnant, I felt like. But then by month 6, my skin was really, really, really clear. And I was always nervous about my hyperpigmentation because I was a picker, all right? I was a picker. I didn't want to be, I didn't mean to be, but if you have acne, you just know there's something that's just like, you know, you're not supposed to do it. Comes over your body, you're like, I'm gonna pop you. I'm gonna pop you, that's it. So I definitely was a picker sometimes. The second time I had done Accutane, I definitely didn't pick just because I wanted the same results as I did the same results that I had the first time I had gotten off Accutane. The results I had when I had first gotten off Accutane, my skin was crystal clear, no pores, no, I always used to notice that I had like larger pores, like on my nose, and I noticed during my Accutane, the first time, it literally, they were gone. Like, it was just gone. Even I'm still like smaller pores, obviously we all have pores, but like kind of like the T-zone area, like the T part of the T-zone. And it was just, I literally never thought my skin could get that clear in my life. In my life, I never thought it. And my confidence after doing Accutane the first time literally grew so much. Like, I felt so much better about myself. Fast forward to my freshman year of college, I think I was just like overwhelmed, maybe stressed out. Skin broke out again, not bad at all, like literally just a couple pimples, but I talked to my dermatologist and I was like, I just want to go ahead and like stop it before it escalates even further. And she did agree with me, so I went back on it again, and that's when I took the Myoracin. That time, the second time, there's not really much I remember from doing it the second time, because you know, you already did it once, so it just felt like the same stuff, just really dry. The corners of my lips would be really cracked all the time, like chapped lips, really cracked inner corners, and my fingers would really dry. And then junior year, I had to go on it again because I had some stuff happen and I just needed to go back on Accutane because my skin broke out. And that time, not that that was the worst time, but that time I'm like, because I'm older now and because I've already had clear skin for a couple years, I was like, why does this keep happening to me? Like, I literally thought there was no hope for me. I honestly thought I was just always gonna have severe acne for forever. So that time was just harder for me because like I said, I was older. I just wanted my skin back. Like, I knew that wasn't me. I knew how I could look. I knew how I wanted to look. So it was interesting, to say the least. The one thing about Absorica, though, that my dermatologist did kind of tell me about is that, like, Absorica more so, like, absorbs, kind of like in the name, like, all the oils and all the whatever the heck else. So that time, she literally told me, like, you're gonna be more dry than usual. And I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get more dry than I have been the past 2 times. Girl, I was dry, okay? Dry. I was so dry. And But yeah, Absorica definitely did it for me. Right now, I am currently on medication. I did have breakouts after Absorica. I had breakouts after, but they were really little at first, like minor breakouts, and then I felt like they got out of control. Like, I thought, I don't even know if you can see, probably just looks like contour, honestly, but it's like hyperpigmentation. I would get breakouts a month or a week before my cycle, and I would have the breakouts until a week after my cycle. So when you think about it, there's 4 weeks in a month. If I have acne for 3 weeks, that's 1 week a month that I don't have no acne. And that was an issue for me. So I went back to the dermatologist, and she had decided that she wanted to put me on spironolactone, which is another acne medication. It's a pill, but it's geared more towards hormonal acne. That's, ever since I've been on that, I really have not had any acne. I'm not gonna say any acne, but it's like I haven't had a memorable like breakout. I would get, you know, like everyone gets a little bump here or there, but like I haven't had any whitehead come through. It's just, I think now my skin is honestly like in its prime. I did end up going back to her though, because the skin I had during and coming off of Accutane is definitely not the skin I had now. The skin I had then, I had no hyperpigmentation at all. Like, my skin was like baby skin before they get baby acne. Like, it was so pretty, so smooth. So I did tell her that the hyperpigmentation was a concern of mine. So she did prescribe me something for that, and now my skin's just really clear. I have learned to like, I've learned, number one, to accept myself and my skin, but I've learned how to like kind of like feel your skin and like notice what your skin needs. My sister actually is really, like, that's her like motto, is listening to what your skin needs. And it's like, I always say like, think of it as a regimen. A regimen? A regimen. I always think of it as a routine, because it's like, if I know I'm about to get my cycle, I need to do this the week of or the week prior. If my skin feels dry, I know I need to do this. Like, you know, little things just to switch it up. So I do have a very solid routine now, or a couple routines that I do, which I will be filming a video on. That'll be my nighttime skincare routine. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, I've really learned to like read the ingredients, learn what works and what doesn't. You don't need to try every new product that comes out, and just because one thing works for someone else, it might not work for you. And I really had to learn that, especially having sensitive skin, overly sensitive skin. I really had to learn, like, okay, not everything that works for so and so and so is gonna work for you. With that being said, the current medication that I'm on now is the spironolactone, which is the pill. I have hydrocortisone, which is for dryness, just like cream basically, because I still get dry on my face, especially my nose right here gets really dry. I'm on a Adapalene, which I actually was on ever since getting off of Accutane. Adapalene is just basically like for your oil, so I just put it all over my face at night. And then the azelaic acid, which she just gave me for my hyperpigmentation. Also, in addition to getting the other medications and everything that I need for my skin, obviously, as everyone says, like, drink a lot of water. Like, yeah, cool. Because what you do put in your body is what your body is going to put out, but that's not the key to clear skin. And that was something that I really was shook by in high school, because everyone always says, just drink water. You don't drink water, that's why your skin's not clear, like da-da-da. Like, first of all, honey, you don't know what I do. You don't know nothing. Because you see me drink a Gatorade after practice when I've been drinking water all during practice. Don't mean that I'm not drinking enough water. But that's not the key. And that's my biggest pet peeve when I hear people say, like, just drink water. Your skin's not, like, it's more to it than just water, and it's more to it than just eating healthy and putting the right things in your body. Like I said, mine, I needed a pill. I needed a harsh pill that took care of it, and I had to take it 3 times for it to work. Some people only need to take it once, some people take it twice. I had to take it 3 times. So now, to also help with that, obviously I'm still drinking a lot of water. I did start taking the Hum Nutrition pre and probiotic. I only started taking this though maybe like 6 months ago, and it's been amazing. I'm not gonna say I notice anything necessarily different with my skin, besides a glow. Like, I do have like a nice glow now. A lot of times it looks like oil, but it's just a glow. Like, I don't really know how else to say it, but it's a glow. And I did notice, like, as far as like internally and everything else, if you know what a pre and probiotic does, you know what I'm talking about. But everything else just flows better and I feel better. So that's really the only other thing that I can say, like, I take as like a supplement to maybe help my skin process and like getting clear skin. Right now I do not have any makeup on. I mean, I have my eyebrows on because I wasn't getting on camera without no eyebrows. But yeah, I have no makeup on whatsoever, and I can finally say that I'm proud and I'm okay with going out in public and not having makeup on and still feeling okay and still feeling pretty. Took me a long time to get here, 23 years, but we finally here, baby. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this. Don't be afraid to ask me any questions or comments, concerns, anything like that. I'm here to help. I'm here for also extra knowledge, anything, you know. But yeah, let me know if you all like this video. Give me a thumbs up, please. Like, comment, and subscribe. And also, like, if you're ready for the nighttime skincare routine, because I know I am. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.